Hi boys and girls, this video is demonstrating what you're supposed to do on example 3. Example 3 is talking about quadrants of the coordinate plane. And if you know what quad means 4. Just like if you had a quad as a four-wheel, quad has 4 wheels, okay? So quadrant, well, where do you think they're referring to in a quadrant? Well, if you take a look at the graph, how many sections or regions do you see in my graph? I see 1, 2, 3, 4 different sections. Those sections are called quadrants. So we have 4 quadrants on a coordinate grid. Each quadrant is represented by a Roman numeral number. So the first quadrant would be represented by Roman numeral 1. Please, please, please do not use the number 1. We're using Roman numeral 1. So you need to understand that this is number 1. When you are doing this, you are going in counterclockwise in order. So this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. A lot of times students forget which way it goes and mixed up. The best way I could remember it is start, if you were to make the letter C from coordinate grid, it goes like that. And that's sort of what we're doing here. So quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you take a look, each quadrant has a different feature. So if you look at quadrant 1, all points in quadrant 1 will have something in common. What do you think that will be? Well, to the right of 0, what kind of number? Positive. So the x-coordinate will always be positive. Above 0 will also be positive. So when you look at ordered pairs that have a positive x-coordinate and a positive y-coordinate, we know it's quadrant 1. What about quadrant 2, you think? So quadrant 2 has values to the left of 0. So that means x would have to be negative. And it has values that are above 0, which is positive. In quadrant 3, what do you notice they all have in common? All these coordinates will have an x-coordinate to the left of 0, which is negative, and a y-coordinate below 0, which is also negative. If you look at quadrant 4, all points in quadrant 4 will have points x-coordinate as positive, and the y-coordinate will then have to be negative. Okay, so that's one way to help identify what quadrant each point is in. If you are done watching the video and you understand it, you can go ahead and do exercises 4 through 6. If you get stuck, ask a partner or a neighbor around you, or you can have to sub who will have the answer. Thank you very much.